Hey there, I'm Jason Logston from Makin, and today we're going to be talking about how to actually pick what solutions we want to do first. After the last lesson, you should have a great list of solutions to your fans' top 2 to 3 problems. So where do you get started? Which ones do you do first? My first tip for figuring out how you should start to solve a problem, or which problems to solve even, is to start small. We often see a problem and think, hey, I bet a 50 lesson video course would be amazing for that. Then we spend 6 months creating the course and sell 10 copies. I have done that in the past. It can be very frustrating. So I highly advocate for starting small, starting simple, and trying to solve a ton of different problems. Then see what works and what resonates with your fans and expand from there. If you think a video course would be great, start with a single video first. People connect to that, then maybe try a short video lead magnet. People are still responding well, maybe do a full video course then. And this is not easy. This is something I always struggle with because I want big results right away. But starting small has the added benefit of helping build out your blog while you start to develop new revenue streams. Because even the ideas that don't resonate as much will still bring in traffic, still build your brand, and they'll still serve your fans. Starting small also has the added benefit of allowing you to attack multiple areas. Looking at a list of problems and solutions, I can't tell you which one will work best. But if you can budget out the time to do, say, 20 videos, if you spread those out and solve 10 different problems instead of one problem, you're going to have a lot better idea of what your fans need and what will resonate with them than if you just create a single video course. The final step is to prioritize the solutions according to how they will help you get to where you want to be. This is because before we can really answer this, we need to know where you want to go. In 5 years or 10 years, what would you consider a good outcome for your blogging career? This is such an important step, I wanted to dive into it a little bit more. Because once you know where you're going, you'll start to see a lot of clarity on what type of content you want to create and what direction to take your blog, whether that's making money or just growing it in general. And there is no right answer here. For example, here's a few successful outcomes from people I know. I'm sure some of these will sound great to you and some of them will sound horrible to you, but they're all very successful outcomes. You could be consistently hired as a professional photographer for brands. You could run an SEO-driven website of your own with ads and affiliates. You could be an on-air chef ambassador for a major brand. How about being a traditionally published cookbook author? Maybe working closely with brands on sponsored posts using your blog's reach and audience? Selling a line of custom sauces and salsas? You could teach cooking courses at a local culinary school. You can sell products and services directly to your fans. You could be a professional writer for magazines and companies' marketing efforts. All of these are equally valid ways to make money and a great outcome for a blogger. And many of these might have very little to do with blogging from a strict recipe creation standpoint. Becoming a professional photographer or selling a line of sauces isn't related to blogging at all, but your blog can help you get there and help you be better at it. So start to give a lot of thought to where you want to go and some ideal ways you'd be making a living in 3 to 5 years. Because with such diverse options as these, the ways you'll want to go about making money is very different for each one, and the ways you grow your blog and the ways you focus your energies should indicate this. So before you pick the solutions, it's so helpful to objectively look at all the outcomes you can have as a blogger and see what would be ideal for you personally. If you want to be a cookbook author, you're probably going to want to lean heavily on solutions that you can solve with recipes, guides, and photography. And you can eventually build towards a series of recipes or a full cookbook based around solving that problem. If you want to be on-air talent or teach cooking classes, then lean into focusing on solutions that require cooking and teaching. And you can build towards a video series, virtual hands-on classes, or a whole video course showcasing your on-air and teaching strengths. If you want to be hired as a professional photographer, pick solutions that rely on photography to work well. Create more of an online portfolio through solving these problems that will attract the brands and the clients you want to work with. If you want to work with brands doing sponsored posts, find some brands with solutions to these problems already and pitch sponsored posts to them. Telling a brand, I want to do a sponsored post with you because according to my research, my audience is actively looking for what your product provides is much more compelling to them than, hey, I get 10,000 visitors a month. Want to work together? You can see how you can take one problem and solve it in many different ways, depending on what direction you want to go. So today's homework is to think long and hard about the type of work you love to do, both in blogging and in life. Write these down as successful outcomes you would love to be doing in 5 to 10 years. Now, see which of the solutions you came up with in the last lesson can help get you there. Tomorrow, we're going to dive into a specific example from my own blog that will highlight many of the things we have talked about so far. Till then, I'm Jason Logston.